Good morning, my Y4P warriors, and welcome to this morning mobility practice. This is actually my second time of filming this video. The first one got lost, I don't know how. But this was a lovely practice, so I'm looking forward to practicing it again. And actually, I was just having a conversation with my mom over a coffee this morning and saying how different I felt this morning. The last few weeks have been quite difficult in terms of my condition, and we were just going over like what's happened that was different yesterday and might have had an impact. And obviously the morning mobility class is one of those things. I actually did 3 short videos, yoga practice yesterday, and I think all of those had a part to play in how I'm feeling today. So we had the morning mobility class, we had the rest, the relax, release and restore yoga, and I also did the seated knee focus yoga as well. So maybe that was just the magic concoction of all those 3 practices together. So let's get on. So this morning mobility class, you can join me on the mat, or if you prefer, this particular class can be practiced from the bed if you like, as we're going to be on our backs for the majority, and then we're going to come onto all fours, onto our knees and hands for the very last part of the practice. So yoga's choice, whether you want to join me on a mat or whether you'd like to have the support of your mattress if your pain levels are quite high today. So when you're ready, come and join me in a reclined position. Take your time to get there. You might want to use a blanket or a pillow for support behind the head. So the only thing that you will want to have access to today is a blanket. So just if you need a little bit of head support, and then also when we come into all fours, if you are on the mat, then you might want to soften the space underneath the knees and or hands. Take a moment to get comfortable, feel the support of the surface you're on underneath your spinal column. Just bring awareness to the full support here. So if you've got a slight curvature to the lower spine, let's rock that tailbone up, rock the pelvis up, and bring that lower back down for connection. Just as much as you can, as much as feels comfortable. And then we're going to hug one shoulder blade in and then the other. As always, let's take a moment here to tune in and just notice our pain levels today, our areas of pain. You might even want to repeat those areas of pain to yourself. Just make a mental note: lower back, left hip, right foot, whatever it is. And again, you might want to do a little run through of how the pain feels for you today. Perhaps it's just a discomfort if the pain levels are fairly low, or perhaps it's more of a stabbing, aching, burning pain. Might feel like a bit of an electrical pain. And then just bringing awareness to the pain levels today. Are they low, high, medium? Can you score it out of 10 perhaps? And then bring awareness to the breath. The most important tool for any yoga practice, and the most important tool as far as I'm concerned for when it comes to pain. The breath could really help make such a difference to how we feel pain, and also help us to have a little bit of a respite as well. Wonderful stuff. So let's get started. A few little mobility movements today, just creating space, lubricating the joints, and just helping our bodies feel a little bit more able and agile. So to begin with, we're going to push through the base of the palms, flexing the hands up. So arms lengthen down the side of the body, push through the base of the palms, fingertips facing up towards your ceiling. And then we're going to inhale, sweep this flexed position in the hands up to the ceiling. You can stop here, or you can continue exploring, taking those hands all the way back, perhaps allowing the tips of the fingers to connect with the surface that you're on. And then we're going to exhale, bring the arms all the way back. So we're going to go through 5 repetitions. Sorry, there's a bit of interference there. I just need to move the mic down. So we're going to go for 4 more. Inhale, sweep them on up. Find your variation where you want to travel to. And exhale, sweep it on back. After all that, I don't think it was the mic. I think it was the collar touching my neck. Inhale, sweep it on up. Keep pushing through the base of each hand. Exhale, bring it on back. We go again. Inhale up. Exhale back. I'm pretty sure that's 5. I can't believe I've lost count already. Bring them on back. As we come back, we're going to allow the palms of the hands to just rest down. Feel a softness in the wrists here. You might have really felt that if you've got a bit of wrist pain or carpal tunnel. So just allow the fingers and hands to soften a moment. Wonderful stuff. We're now going to do the same with the legs. So you can keep the feet on the floor if you like, or you can extend the one leg out. We're going to do one leg at a time rather than both together, so it's not as much core engagement. So yogi's choice whether you have the one leg extended or whether you keep it bent, and that might be very much dependent on the makeup of your hips. So you might want to just have a little play with that. It's the right foot we're going to start with first. So I'm going to start with left leg bent. I'm going to extend that right leg all the way out. And I'm going to inhale, lift the right leg with a flex in the foot. Bend the knee here. So you're hugging the knee in just with a natural weight, not with the hands. Release the right foot down and then extend. If you want to have a go with the left leg extended, then go for it. So we're lifting the right all the way up to a position that feels good. Keep weight pressing through that heel. And then we're going to exhale, release, hug the knee in, and slowly bring it all the way down to the floor, extending. So this is making my lower back arch and making me lose that connection to the ground. So I'm going to bring that left leg back for support, and I'm going to do my final 3 repetitions here with the knee bent. Right foot sweeping up, bend the knee, hug it in, and exhale, release. Foot to the floor and then sweep it out. 2 more. Remember, this is your experience. I'm just here as a guide. So if you only want to go for 3 repetitions or just 1, then go for it. Final time if you're here for 5. And release. Beautiful stuff. Bring that right foot back to the ground. Again, come into this side with as much curiosity as we did with the right. So let's have a play. First of all, I'm going to keep the right foot on the ground. As I inhale, take the left foot and extend it down. Keep a flex in that foot. Inhale, sweep the leg up, just to a variation that suits you. Bend the left knee, hug it on in. And exhale, release. Sweep it on down. Now I know there's no point for me taking my right leg out because I'm already feeling a lift in the back body. But if you want to explore taking that right foot down to an extended position, then go for it. We've got 4 more repetitions. Inhale, sweep it up. Bend in the knee, hug it in. Exhale, release, sweep it on down. 3 more. On this side of the body, it might feel very different for you. This side feels a lot more gritty, and I feel like I need to have more awareness and engagement in the movement, concentration. 1 more. Hug it on in. And exhale, release. Sweep it on down. And then bring it on back. Wonderful stuff. Okay, we're going to inhale, push both hands up to the ceiling in that flexed position. And then we're going to exhale, open to the sides. Bring it back in. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring it back in. So as we're up here, you might feel a stretch over the shoulders, over the width there of the upper back. And as we exhale and bring it down, bring awareness to the shoulder blades hugging in. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, release. 1 more. Exhale, release. Beautiful stuff. Sweep the hands back down to the hips. Relax the hands, soften the fingers, and we come back to the legs. We're going to start on the right leg because that's the leg we started with the other sequence. I'm just going to show you with the left leg. So all we're simply doing here is keeping the feet on the floor, knees pointed up. We're just going to drop the right leg down just as far as feels comfortable. So you don't have to bring it all the way to the ground. I don't want you lifting off the hips. We want to keep the hips connected to the ground and in a squared alignment. So you just bring in that left leg down as far as feels comfortable and then bringing it back. Right leg, sorry. Okay, let's go. 5 times. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Actually, let's change the breath work round here for the next 4 repetitions. So we're going to inhale here. And then we're going to exhale, release the right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Right leg softens. Inhale, lift. Bit of engagement in that inner thigh. Final time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it on back. And we'll move to the left leg. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Opening up the left leg. Inhale, bring it on back. Exhale, lower. See if you can keep the glutes soft here. My left glute is automatically wanting to engage. Bring it on back. 3 more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. I've lost count. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Beautiful stuff. From here, we're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. Take a gentle rock left to right, lengthening through the spine. And we are going to come into a bit of a upside down tabletop position, or what's known in the fitness world as a dead bug shape. So we're going to bring the shins parallel to the ceiling. See if you can have the knees aligned over the hips. Don't worry too much if they rock a little bit front to back. Just find that sort of sweet spot that works for you. And then we're going to push the hands up towards the ceiling. Again, hands aligned over the shoulders. So just what feels like you're in alignment. And we're going to come into these dead bug moves here. So if it's too much moving the leg and arm at the same time, you can alternate and just move the leg and then move the arm afterwards. Okay, so we're going to start with the right leg and the left hand. So the left hand is going to sweep back, hand is in a flexed position, and the right leg is going to sweep to an extended position and then lower down, and then you're going to bring it on back with the left hand. So if that's too much together, you can just take the left hand down, bring it up, take the right leg down and bring it up. So we're going to go for 5 more times, or up to 5. Let's go for it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Try to keep the hands and feet flexed. Exhale, lift. Don't worry if the flex drops. Just keep bringing awareness back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Beautiful stuff. Onto the opposite side. We're going to take the right hand back. Again, just explore first. See how it feels. It might feel very different on this side. There goes my hip popping. And then bring it on back. So if you prefer, you can go with just the arm and then just the leg. Or if you're good going for both, then go for both. Again, up to 5 repetitions. Inhale, release. Exhale, hug it back in, all 4s. Inhale, release. Hug it back in. Welcome any shake or tremble as we move. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final time if you're still with me. Inhale. Exhale. Wonderful stuff. Wiggle the fingers. Wiggle the toes. Rotate from the ankles and wrists. Hug the knees in. Interlock the hands over the legs. Or just hold on to the knees. Take a gentle rock left to right. And we're going to slowly release the feet down, release the hands to the side, and we're just going to come into some bridge pulses. I know. So we're going to walk the feet to the glutes, just as close as feels comfortable. Keep the inner thighs hugged in as much as you can. You can always use a blanket or a book or an object that you've got in reaching distance and pop it between the legs if you like. But just an awareness of keeping them hugged in will be enough anyway. Make sure you've got that lower back to ground connection again. Shoulder blades are hugging in. And we're going to gently push through to the shoulders, lift the pelvis and push the hips up towards the ceiling. This is where those of us that have a big bust feel like we need a snorkel, but let's just go with it. So from here, squeezing the glutes in as we're pushing the pelvis up. Then we're going to slowly segment the spine as we release down, but we're going to keep a hover. So it might look like I'm lowering my bum all the way, but I'm only lightly touching it. I can slide my hand underneath, look, okay? And then we're going to inhale, push it back up. We're going to go for 4 more. Exhale, lower. Inner thighs staying together if you can. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Push that pelvis back up. Hip points pointing to the ceiling, and we're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Push back up. We're now going to sweep. So a bit of a U shape with the hips. So we're going to gently lower the left hip and then round it up. Lower the right and round it up. Left. Right. As if you were scooping the hip. Left. Right. See if you can hug the inner thighs together. Left. Right. One more time, to the left, to the right. And we're going to slowly release on an exhale. Segment the spine as you come down. Navel pulled in. Take your time until you completely release. Feel the body soften into the support of the surface that you're on. And just take a moment here to just really take in this present moment and the sensations that might be going on in the body. So nice, coming down nice and slow and just feeling like your whole body is melting into the ground. So we're going to come up. You can either roll to one side or rock up. You can hold on to the back of the thighs to rock up, or you can just push your way up. So whatever works for you. Once you get up, we're going to roll on to our all fours position. And this is where you've got the opportunity to support the knees if you like, or the hands with your blanket. If you're in the bed, then you're all good with that support. Show a little kindness to yourself. So from our all fours position, knees are underneath the hip space, hands are underneath the shoulder space, feet and hands are on this sort of railroad here. And we're going to come into some leg pulses or donkey kicks. So we're going to walk the legs in together, and then we're going to slowly lift the right foot. Foot is flexed, and then we're going to hug it back underneath. 4 more. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, hug it under. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, hug. Inhale, push. Exhale, hug. 1 more. Exhale, hug. Beautiful stuff. Into the hip abductors or fire hydrants. We're taking that hip out, bringing it in. Woo. 4 more. Remember, it's only up to, if you don't want to do the 5 repetitions, then you can leave it. 1 more. And release. Woo. Let's go on to the other side. So we're pushing the left foot up, flexed foot, as if you were trying to lift the ceiling. Exhale, hug it on in. Inhale, push up. Awareness of the weight in your hands, feeling like they're equal, so you're not pushing into the one hand more than the other. Hug it in. Inhale, push up. Exhale, hug. Last one. Inhale, push up. Exhale, hug. Release the left knee. Bring them back to hip distance. And we're going to drop onto our forearms. So the elbows come down to where the hands were. Navel pulled in to support that back body. We're going to hover on the right. We're going to come onto the right elbow, and hover the right hand by the right ear. And we're going to inhale, lift the right elbow, and feel like we're twisting here from the thoracic section. And then we're going to bring it back down, tap the elbow down, and we're going to go again. So 4 more times, guys. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Only twist as far as feels comfortable for you. So this is my side where I don't have much rotation because of my scoliosis. So listen to your body and honor whatever ailments or conditions you have. 1 more time. And lower. Whew. Inhale onto the left. That side feels so much nicer. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful stuff. Take the knees nice and wide. Let's take the hips all the way back to the heels. Come on into our child's pose. Try and keep the hips as close to the heels as you can. And then melt the chest and heart space down. Feel that lengthening through the back body. Let's take 5 breaths here. As we do this, opportunity to tune in and just reflect on that body scan we did at the beginning. How is your pain feeling now? Has your pain levels changed? Has any of your areas of pain completely diminished? Have they gone? Have they reduced? And as always, don't worry, don't be hard on yourself if not much has changed. There are so many external factors that play into how we're feeling and what's going on in our body. But just know that you have done a great thing today. You've shown up on the mat, you've taken time out, you've prioritized your needs above everything else. So give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe an imaginary one, maybe an actual one, whatever works. Exhale, roll it on up. Of course, you can stay in child's pose for as long as you like. If you want to be there for a little bit longer, then go for it. I am going to take this opportunity, as always, to thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful to this community that we are building together. This is just the beginning, and yeah, I just feel so privileged to be able to offer you this space through the Y4P app to just help you tune into your body, recognize your areas of pain, and to move in a mindful way every day to help you reduce pain and to help give a little bit of respite to your day, even if it's only for a few moments, even if it's only for the duration of the yoga practice. For those of us that live in chronic pain, to just have a few small moments is completely invaluable. So I hope you feel as strongly about that as I do. Okay, thank you so much, my Y4P warriors, for joining me. Namaste.